Woo, peace to the gods, peace to the earth. This your man King Louis Allah coming to you on this knowledge cipher day. They tell me knowledge 2 born 1 to 9 equals 0. 0 is cipher. What I want to get into today real quick, I want everybody to try to strive to increase the peace. Strive to increase the peace as far as Gayle and Oprah. You know, I'm kind of hesitant to, to put this up. People really in their feelings about Gayle and Oprah. But, I didn't see the whole interview, man, but, I think Gayle getting a bad rap, man. The video in its entirety, probably explains better, what the deal was. But the thing of it is, what that question brought out was the truth about the situation that didn't nobody really know. I didn't know that the case was dismissed. The case was dismissed. It was thrown out, and I don't even think that the so-called victim got any money. See, I'm thinking he paid some money to the girl. So, he didn't even pay no, and so, what made it look guilty, what made Kobe look guilty was that he bought his wife, Vanessa, that $1 million, $2 million ring, which made him look like he was guilty. But come to find out, and I didn't know, the case was dismissed. So, Gayle it was like Lisa Leslie was like unprepared for the question. But now, the thing of it is, we must know how to answer these questions. We must have knowledge of, these situations that we may be asked upon as people in the public, people with, inside knowledge. So, but now, we could relax because the case was dismissed. And I didn't know that. And then I further heard he didn't even have sex with the girl, with the alleged victim. He did not even have sex with her. So it was all extortion. They was trying to extort Kobe for money. The story I heard was that the front desk manager, which was a male, or could have been a housekeeper, which was a male, recognized Kobe and told the girl to try to go get with him. And so he sent that girl to try to start some stuff with Kobe, which led her to saying he tried to rape her or he raped her. Now the thing of it is, we never seen a picture of the girl, but I think it was, it was some white woman that the TV camera made a mistake and she wasn't all that. He could have flew his wife in. He didn't have to cheat. He could have flew his wife in. He could have flew some snow bunnies in. He could have got some snow bunnies in Colorado. He didn't have to rape no girl. But come to find out, he didn't have sex with her. So it was all a lie. So, it was an opportunity lost to further clear his name because we didn't know the full situation of it. And, I guess they kept that quiet for whatever reason. But, it like that's some shady shit on the Denver Nuggets. I heard, what's that coach name? George Karl was trying to get him, to run with Melo. You know, they was trying to be playing dirty politics, right? That's just a theory, but you know, he did not rape that girl. He didn't touch that girl. He didn't rape her. And so, you know, man, we just gotta know how that, you know, this was an opportunity lost where we could have further clear his name and made all the haters, if y'all think Gayle a hater, look stupid. You see? So, you know, we got to be prepared, and, you know, we got to be like, you know, the presidents that, you know, that get the questions beforehand. So, you know, we'll know how to answer that stuff. So, you know, man, that's all I'm saying. Then I want to touch on the Netflix Who Killed Malcolm X documentary that was released February 7th. You know, it's been out. It's been on this network called Fusion. Yeah, I was gonna talk about this from the studio, but since it's been bothering me. It's a pretty good documentary, man. But I got issues with it. Like, I think it was 2 or 3 times the documentarian, he allowed some people he was interviewing to call Malcolm X big-headed, which made it seem like that's one of the reasons he got killed, because he got big-headed, right? You know, them people can't show and prove, that Malcolm was big-headed. I don't think, of all the interviews and speeches I done heard, Malcolm was ever big-headed. What is he big-headed about? His house was owned by the Nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying? He was being paid by them. How can he get big-headed? How was he big-headed? I think that was some slick shit by the dude. And then, to my recollection, he didn't mention Farrakhan in there. He talked about, he found the so-called shooter, the alleged shooter that had the double barrel, the infamous double barrel that left the pellets in Malcolm's chest. He found that guy. This all in Newark. And so we learned through that documentary, Newark, New Jersey that city is heavily populated with Nation of Islam and followers of black Muslim, followers of black Islam. And so, he was able to find the shooter, find pictures of the shooter, put a theory together based on old photographs that this man could possibly be the shooter. Some man named Aziz Mustafa, right? Now, Farrakhan named his son Mustafa. But Farrakhan, I can't remember, was not mentioned nowhere in this documentary. But I heard Farrakhan was in Newark, New Jersey, the day Malcolm delivered the speech at the Autobahn. Now, they said the Autobahn, it was a weak crowd, and Malcolm didn't have that many. That's what I heard all up until this documentary. Come to find out, Malcolm had many followers, and he was growing that Muslim Mosque Incorporated thing that he had. His own thing. He was growing that. And so he wasn't big-headed. They got jealous. And, they was hating. Now, he handled his separation from them wrong. He shouldn't have aired out Elijah. He shouldn't have aired them out like that. He should have kept that to himself and, dealt with it. And so I'm thinking, so now they say, well, if he was coming back and they had love for Malcolm, why ain't that man that they say had that double barrel was the main killer, why ain't he dead? See what I'm saying? But Farrakhan was in Newark, New Jersey, at the time Malcolm was getting killed, and so they say, and so all the shooters was from, or that shooter was from Newark, New Jersey, and so they made, and so I believe to this day that Farrakhan didn't know or have anything to do with Malcolm getting killed, but the fact he was preaching in Newark the day Malcolm was killed made Farrakhan look like a patsy. You know, Farrakhan, I heard from Washington D.C., Farrakhan could have been a patsy. So you know, I don't, and so sometimes Farrakhan embraced the fact that, you know, they may have killed Malcolm X, and sometimes he reject the fact that they killed Malcolm X. But that was bothering me, that they referred to Malcolm as big-headed, which his big-headedness led him to get killed. And that wasn't true. He had to go to court about his house, about the house that he lived in, that he was in the Nation of Islam for 12 years, and he helped grow that. But when he left, they wanted to take the house and put him and his family on the street. They firebombed his house. And then, some things I didn't know. After Malcolm got killed, they blew up some mosque, and so it was a war. But after Malcolm got killed, but the shooters never got killed, and I got a problem with that, man. So, but yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say. Malcolm wasn't big-headed, man, not at all. And so, man, that's all I want to chime in today. I'm out. Peace.